Have you ever had someone unexpectedly distance themselves from you, leaving you confused and wondering what went wrong? You didn't do anything to harm them, yet they suddenly pulled away, avoiding you as if your presence alone was overwhelming. It's frustrating and even painful when people react to you in ways you don't understand. But what if their withdrawal wasn't really about you? What if, instead, it was about what they saw in you, something they weren't ready to confront? In today's video, we're going to uncover the hidden truth behind why people sometimes retreat when they encounter you. You may not realize it, but you could be acting as a mirror, reflecting something back to them that they weren't prepared to face. We'll explore why this happens, what it means for your personal growth, and how to navigate these situations with wisdom and clarity. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of why certain people pull away from you, not because of who you are, but because of what they see in themselves when they're around you. You'll gain insight into the power of unintentional reflection and how your presence alone can awaken truths in others. This awareness will not only help you release any feelings of guilt or confusion, but will also empower you to embrace your role as a catalyst for growth. So, if you've ever questioned why someone walked away, stay with us until the end, because the answer might completely change how you see yourself and your relationships. Number 1. A connection beyond the surface. In the realm of deep soul connections, the mirroring effect is especially potent in twin flame or divine counterpart relationships. These connections are not merely about chemistry or attraction. They are an intricate dance of energy and reflection, where both individuals act as mirrors for one another. Every quality you admire in them is a reflection of something that already exists within you, just as their struggles may echo your own. At first, this person was intensely drawn to you, captivated by your energy in a way they couldn't quite explain. Their approach was cautious, yet filled with intrigue, like a curious traveler encountering an unfamiliar, yet mesmerizing landscape. But as they ventured closer, something within them stirred, an unease that made them retreat. It wasn't you they feared. It was the reflection you cast, the undeniable truth of their own soul staring back at them. Your presence, infused with purity and light, acted as a mirror, illuminating the hidden corners of their being, those parts they weren't yet ready to acknowledge. The spiritual intensity of your bond magnified this effect, making it impossible to ignore. In you, they saw both their highest potential and their deepest wounds. And for someone unprepared to face those truths, the safest response was to run. But in reality, they weren't running from you. They were running from themselves. Number 2, a parallel journey. There is an undeniable sense that this person is walking a path strikingly similar to one you've already traversed. The energy of the number 7 emerges as significant. It may symbolize a 7-year cycle or a profound transformation unfolding in stages. Though their journey may not mirror yours in exact detail, the parallels are too strong to ignore. You have already endured, evolved, and risen beyond this phase, while they remain caught in its grip, struggling to break free. It was this shared resonance that initially drew them to you. They sensed a kindred spirit, someone who understood their internal battles without judgment. But what started as attraction soon turned into apprehension. The closer they got, the more they recognized that you represented something deeper, the very truths they weren't yet ready to confront. This realization triggered an internal conflict, causing a drastic shift in their behavior. Without warning, their energy changed. They altered their communication patterns, became distant, or withdrew entirely. It wasn't rejection, it was self-preservation. They feared revealing too much, worried that their vulnerabilities would be exposed in your presence. What they failed to realize was that words were never necessary. You already saw them clearly. Their emotions, fears, and unspoken truths were evident to you, even in silence. Recognizing these patterns in your own journey can be both enlightening and deeply transformative. Have you ever noticed someone in your life going through a cycle you've already overcome? How did it feel to witness their struggles while knowing the path ahead? Your insights and experiences matter. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this message resonates with you, simply type, "I see the parallels," to affirm your awareness of these mirrored experiences. Your reflections may inspire and guide others walking a similar path. Number 3. Denial and resistance. This person is deeply entrenched in denial, unable or unwilling to face the truth that stands before them. The dynamic between you mirrors the delicate interplay of yin and yang. Where you radiate light, they remain cloaked in shadow. Though you both stem from the same source, your roles starkly contrast. You embody awareness and conscious evolution, while they cling to the unconscious realm, resisting the call to awaken. Their denial is not subtle. It is woven into their every reaction. They push away the truth, refusing to see that what unsettles them is not you, but the reflection of their own unhealed wounds. When they react to you, they are in reality reacting to themselves. Yet, their mind does not allow them to process this realization fully. Instead of embracing self-exploration, they choose avoidance, seeking comfort in the illusion that they are separate from the very energy they resist. For them to move forward with you, they would have to confront their own reflection, a task that feels daunting, even paralyzing. It would demand a level of self-honesty and transformation they are not yet prepared to accept. In their mind, it is as if their hands are tied, as if some invisible force prevents them from stepping beyond their limitations. They remain trapped, not by external constraints, but by the fears and unresolved emotions they refuse to acknowledge. Until they are ready to break free from this self-imposed resistance, their journey toward growth and alignment with you will remain an unfinished story, waiting for the moment they finally dare to look within. Number 4. The influence of beliefs and external factors. Their resistance is not born out of mere stubbornness. It is rooted in deeply ingrained belief systems that have shaped them since childhood. From an early age, religious doctrines, societal expectations, and familial conditioning may have dictated what is acceptable, possible, or even worthy of pursuit. These rigid structures have become the foundation of their identity, forming an internal barrier that keeps them from stepping fully into alignment with their higher self. Even as their soul yearns for something greater, their conditioned mind resists, fearing the unknown. Deep down, they crave a higher, more fulfilling existence. They may have even unknowingly sent out a call to the universe, asking for transformation, for a sign, for something or someone to guide them toward change. And in response, the universe sent them you. You are not just another person in their life. You are a disruptor, a catalyst, the anomaly that shakes their carefully constructed reality. Your presence challenges everything they thought they knew, forcing them to confront the limitations they've long accepted as truth. But when the moment of transformation arrives, it feels too vast, too consuming. Rather than embracing the shift, they retreat, seeking ways to reach their aspirations without dismantling the old paradigms that hold them back. They long for the destination, but resist the journey. They want the reward without the internal work. And so, they hesitate, caught between the life they desire and the fears that keep them bound. Until they choose to break free from these external influences, their path to self-realization remains just out of reach, an unopened door waiting for them to step through. Number 5. Running on empty. Their struggle is like trying to drive a car with an empty tank, pushing forward with sheer will, but lacking the fuel necessary for real momentum. They long for progress, yet they resist the very transformation that would sustain their growth. Instead of embracing the deep internal shifts required for true change, they cling to limiting beliefs, hoping they can somehow reach their destination without dismantling the outdated structures holding them back. This resistance creates a cycle of frustration and stagnation. They are caught in limbo, unable to fully step into a new reality, yet restless in their current state. They want more. They feel the pull toward something greater, but their unwillingness to release old patterns keeps them trapped in the same place. It's as if they are pressing the gas pedal while still in park, exerting effort but making no real progress, until they shift their perspective and recognize that transformation is not a barrier, but the very key to their growth. They will remain stuck in this loop. The path to the life they desire is already before them, but only when they gather the courage to let go of resistance will they finally find the fuel to move forward. If you've made it this far, it's clear that this message resonates with you on some level. Perhaps you've witnessed this struggle in someone else, or maybe you've felt it within yourself. The push and pull between wanting change and resisting the transformation required to achieve it. Now, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt stuck in a cycle of stagnation? Have limiting beliefs or external influences held you back from stepping into your highest potential? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your experience in the comments below. Or if you're ready to embrace growth and move forward, affirm it by typing, "I release resistance and step into my highest self" in the comments. Let this be your declaration to the universe that you are open to transformation. Number 6. The internal battle, fear and admiration. Despite their withdrawal, this person remains profoundly affected by you in ways they struggle to understand or control. They exist in a state of internal conflict, caught between two powerful forces, admiration and fear. On one hand, they are drawn to you with an undeniable intensity, mesmerized by your presence, your energy, and the way you effortlessly illuminate their world. On the other hand, this very attraction unsettles them, triggering fears they may not even be able to articulate. Your energy is a mirror, reflecting back to them their deepest insecurities and unresolved wounds, making it difficult for them to stay in your orbit without feeling exposed. Even though they may have consciously chosen to step away, whether by cutting off communication, creating emotional distance, or pushing you away entirely, their focus remains locked onto you. They might have convinced themselves that leaving was the right decision at the time, believing that separation would offer clarity or relief. Yet, in the quiet moments when the noise of their mind settles, they find themselves still thinking of you, still feeling your presence as if you never left. Now, regret lingers in their heart. The decisions they once made with conviction now seem like missteps they cannot undo. In their confusion and insecurity, they might have acted impulsively, convinced that severing ties was the only way to regain control over their emotions. But as time passes, they begin to realize the true depth of their connection with you. The weight of what has been lost becomes heavier, and the impact of your absence becomes undeniable. They now see you not just as a fleeting presence, but as someone who has left an indelible mark on their soul. And perhaps the most agonizing realization of all is that, despite their best efforts, they cannot truly let go. You remain a part of them, woven into the fabric of their thoughts, a presence they cannot escape, no matter how hard they try. Number 7. A sudden realization. This person is starting to see the truth they once overlooked. The positive changes in their life, while connected to you, were never just coincidence. At the time, they may have assumed their personal growth, newfound opportunities, and moments of clarity were simply the result of their own efforts. But now, with distance between you, the stark contrast is undeniable. The sense of ease, inspiration, and forward momentum they once felt has faded, replaced by a growing sense of disarray and uncertainty. Without your energy uplifting and supporting them, they are beginning to feel the weight of their choices. Where once there was clarity, now there is confusion. Where once doors seemed to open effortlessly, now they struggle to make progress. They are finally recognizing that your presence wasn't just comforting, it was transformative. You brought an energy that aligned them with success, balance, and inner peace, an influence they may have taken for granted until it was gone. Now, as they navigate their world without your guiding light, they are coming to terms with a sobering truth. It wasn't just luck, timing, or circumstance that made everything feel aligned. It was you. And in your absence, they are left to face the reality of what they have lost. Imagine a traveler who once walked through a lush, sunlit forest, where every step felt effortless and every turn revealed a new path lined with abundance. The air was fresh, the journey felt guided, and the world seemed to conspire in their favor. Alongside them was a quiet but powerful presence, you, offering direction, encouragement, and an unspoken force of support. They didn't question the ease of their journey. They simply enjoyed the fruits of alignment, never fully realizing the source of their clarity and strength. But then one day they chose to walk alone. Perhaps they believed they no longer needed guidance, or maybe they took for granted the invisible hand that had made the journey so smooth. At first, their steps felt the same, but gradually they noticed a shift. The once clear paths became overgrown with doubt. The sunlight dimmed, and progress became slow, uncertain, even exhausting. Obstacles that once seemed to dissolve before them now stood firm, unmovable. Opportunities that once appeared effortlessly now seemed out of reach. It is only in this newfound struggle that they begin to understand the role you played, not as a crutch, but as a catalyst. You were never controlling their destiny, only amplifying their ability to navigate it. Your presence provided an energy that aligned them with clarity, success, and purpose. And now, as they stand lost in the tangled wilderness of their own making, they finally see the difference. It wasn't just the world that changed. It was the absence of your light that made everything feel dimmer. And now, with every step they take, they are forced to confront the truth. The greatest mistake was believing they could thrive without the very force that had once illuminated their path. Number 8. Delayed communication and lingering thoughts. Despite their deep longing to reach out, hesitation keeps them frozen in place. The urge to reconnect is undeniable, yet uncertainty clouds their mind. They carefully craft scenarios, contemplating the right words and the best way to approach you, fearing that one wrong move could push you further away. It's not just about communication. It's about making it meaningful, ensuring that their words hold the depth and sincerity their heart feels. The divine is nudging them toward a pivotal moment, urging them to break free from superficial interactions and embrace the kind of connection their soul truly craves. They stand at a crossroads, torn between stepping into transformation or clinging to the familiar patterns that have kept them stagnant. Deep down, they know that fulfillment and healing lie in vulnerability, in choosing to mend what has been broken rather than avoiding the weight of their emotions. Yet, resistance lingers. Fear whispers that they might not have the right words, or that the distance they created is too vast to cross. Doubt creeps in, making them question if you even want to hear from them. They wrestle with the realization that their silence has built walls, and now they must find the courage to tear them down. Will they take that step? Or will they remain trapped in a cycle of unspoken words and unfinished conversations? The choice is theirs, but time is urging them to decide. Number 9. The power of divine protection. The presence of Archangel Michael is a profound sign that divine forces are actively working on your behalf, shielding you from unseen dangers and guiding you toward a higher path. What may have felt like an abrupt or painful separation was, in reality, a necessary act of protection. The divine has intervened, ensuring that you are not pulled back into cycles of pain, toxicity, or unresolved karmic lessons that you have already transcended. This withdrawal was not a rejection. It was a redirection, safeguarding you from energies that are not yet aligned with your growth. Meanwhile, The one who has distanced themselves remains caught in an inner storm, wrestling with emotions they cannot fully comprehend. They may have believed that stepping away would bring them peace, yet instead, they find themselves trapped in an overwhelming state of confusion. They do not understand why your absence weighs so heavily on them, nor why moving forward feels more like an unraveling than a relief. The loss of your presence has created an unexpected void, a space they were unprepared to face. Your spirit guides are ensuring that you remain on your destined path, preventing you from being drawn into patterns that no longer serve your evolution. As this person struggles with their emotions, you are being called to trust in the divine protection surrounding you. Know that what is meant for you will never pass you by, and any separation unfolding now is part of a greater plan, one that is leading you towards something far more aligned with your soul's highest purpose. Before we move forward, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt the hand of divine protection guiding you away from something you once thought you needed? Sometimes, what feels like loss is actually divine intervention, steering us towards something far greater. If this message resonates with you, let us know in the comments. Share your thoughts, or simply type, "I trust in divine protection," to affirm your faith in the guidance surrounding you. And if you're finding value in this insight, don't forget to like this video. It helps spread this message to others who may need to hear it. Now let's continue. Number 10. The awakening and potential reconciliation. A profound realization is dawning upon them, one that has been quietly building in the depths of their soul. They now recognize, more than ever before, just how deeply your energy influenced their life. In your presence, they felt a sense of purpose, a spark of inspiration, and an almost magnetic alignment with the flow of life. But in your absence, something is missing. It's not just you they yearn for. It's the warmth, the clarity, and the serendipitous opportunities that seemed to gravitate toward them when you were near. Your presence once illuminated their path, making them feel more connected to their higher self, their dreams, and the limitless possibilities of the universe. Now, as they reflect on the void left behind, a longing stirs within them, one that they cannot ignore. They wrestle with the fear that too much time has passed, that the bridge between you may have weakened beyond repair. Yet, despite their hesitation, the desire to reconnect lingers persistently in their heart. Even if they haven't yet found the courage to reach out, the intention remains strong, threading through their thoughts like an unbroken cord of fate. However, the path to reunion does not lie in waiting anxiously for their return, nor in grasping too tightly to expectations. Instead, the key to bringing them back is counterintuitive. It lies in releasing attachment to the outcome. True reconciliation is nurtured in detachment, in surrendering the need for control over when and how things unfold. By stepping back, by trusting the divine timing of the universe, you allow the energy between you to breathe, to realign, and to move freely without resistance. The more you focus on your own journey, on your healing, your joy, and your inner expansion, the more effortlessly the universe will weave the strands of destiny together. When you release fixation on the timeline and embrace the natural flow of events, you create space for what is meant to be. And if they are truly meant to return, the universe will guide them back in the perfect moment, drawn not by pressure, but by the undeniable pull of a soul connection that was never truly severed. The path of spiritual transformation is rarely straightforward, yet it unfolds with a divine purpose. If this person is meant to return, they will do so when the timing aligns perfectly with the greater plan. In the meantime, your priority should be your own growth, healing, and alignment with your highest self. Whether they come back or not, your energy is designed to attract the love and fulfillment that resonate with your soul's highest vibration. Have faith in the divine orchestration of your life. Every challenge, every moment of waiting, and every shift in energy is guiding you toward the life you are meant to live. Release the need for control, surrender to the universe, and trust that what is truly yours will always find its way to you. If this message spoke to your heart, comment "expect" below and share your thoughts on divine timing. Be sure to like this video, share it with those who may need it, and watch the next video below for more guidance on your spiritual journey. Sending you love, light, and unwavering trust in your path.